Shawn joined us. You're early, Shawn. Awesome. Hey, cheers to that, man.
How you doing, man? Got your tea, I
Drinking
see.
my tea, getting relaxed here. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good. Doing good.
So,
Having a good day
everyone,
today.
yeah, I just want to say once again, good evening. Welcome to the Fashion Roundtable. Our guest tonight is Shawn Rainey from the FABSTRAQ brand. He's one of the top artists in Tampa Bay. Very talented, and Shawn, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight, man.
Well, thanks a lot. It's good to be here. I've been hearing a lot about the Fashion Roundtable, and I am glad to be a part of it.
I've been looking forward to this interview for like a month now.
Yeah.
Once I heard I was interviewing Shawn, I said yes. I felt great about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes,
been
exactly.
a little bit hyped about it. What I mean, knowing you so well and knowing what you bring to the table in terms of your quality and all that stuff. So it's just one of those things, yeah, man. So we're gonna have a great conversation tonight. Try to educate our audience on who Shawn Rainey is and what's the FABSTRAQ brand all about. Hey, Miss Rainey, see Paula, Tanisha. Yeah, so basically, I know you, and I know who you are, and I know your brand, but the people who are watching us now maybe don't even know what you're all about. So I want you to tell everyone, who is Shawn Rainey and what's FABSTRAQ? What motivated that FABSTRAQ creation?
Well, FabStrack is an energy that I have, and it started when I was very, very young. It started when I was around 10, and it started as I'm not sure, it's like a coping mechanism, and it was also entertainment for me as well. And over the years, I just kept keeping, busy doing it more and more every day.
Yeah.
And it became kind of like a love, a way of life for me.
Yeah.
And once I started painting, which was around 2005, 2006, once I started painting, that's when my wife was like, "Hey, this is really, really good." She was like, "You need to show this to the world." And I was like, "No, this is mine.
Can't be scared.
This is just for me." I was like, the world can't. They wouldn't understand this. This is just mine. And she was like, "No, you need to share with people." Yeah. So once I started doing that, and started putting myself in art shows and things like that, people started to gravitating to my kind of art. It sucked me into it even more to where it became something that I had to do instead of something that that I just allowed to do as a hobby. And from there it blossomed into what we have now, and t-shirts, hats, painting. It's incredible for me now, because I never thought that it would to be at this level when it started off as just a hobby.
Yeah.
But it's that's
hey, man,
that's
the first time I saw your art, I was really impressed when I saw your art the first time. I was at a friend's house, basically, and you had your art on display in his gallery at his home, and I'm like,
exactly.
Who did that? He said, that guy over there. And I'm, who's that? I said, let me meet this guy. And he said, Shawn, and from that day, man, I've been such a fan of yours, and just appreciate what you do. It's just so rich, It tells a story, and all your pieces tell a story.
Yeah. Because my art is filled with emotions and feeling, and that's pretty much how I go into each piece, so you can feel it when you see it. It's like, oh wow, the colors kind of grab you, especially if you're from the Caribbean and things like that. Those colors just grab you. So
we love colors, man. You know that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, your art is abstract art. That's what it is, basically. But
right.
And it's abstract to FABSTRAQ, basically. Right? Know what I'm saying? Right.
Right.
Explain that.
Okay. Well, first off, I kind of describe my art as expressionism, right? Because, like I said, it goes when I'm doing it, it's full of emotion and feeling.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it's something that it makes me feel fabulous. And that this is how FABSTRAQ came about.
Yeah, okay.
It was like, no matter what mood I was in, if it was
Yeah.
bad, sad, anything that may have been negative. Not
Uplift
all
you.
things,
Yeah.
not all situations are negative, but when they were, this was a way to turn that around and to where I would feel fabulous. And then on top of that, FABSTRAQ gave me the ability to be free. I can be free about what I did. There was no rules about it. No one can tell me, oh, you did this wrong. You used the wrong color. There was no rules for it. So it was just room to use my imagination and really get into my feelings and my emotions. So fabulous feeling that I got from it, and the feeling from abstract became FABSTRAQ.
FABSTRAQ. I love that, man. I love that correlation right there. It's always a connection, right? You know what I mean? That point where you know how to create your brand, and how to visualize your brand. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is there. You just know you're fabulous. You know what I mean? Just creating art. You know what I'm saying? And your art is fabulous, man, bro. I'm telling you.
Right. Right. Thank
awesome,
you.
Awesome, man. You know what I've been thinking, like, in this, everything is digital these days. You know what I mean? It's all digitized, and everything is online. Everything is, you got to go online to get everything. How has that affected you? The whole digital world, has that affected your art, the way you create art, the way you share art, the way you interact with your fans and your clientele?
It hasn't too much affected me because I'm going to paint regardless.
Yeah.
That's a part of me that I can't stop doing. That's something that, no matter what's going on, I'm going to be painting.
Yeah.
But I love digital art because it's very versatile. And with the things that I do, it's going to give me the ability to give the customers a broader scale of my art.
Exactly.
And actually, I just started doing class in graphic design.
Expand the brand, huh?
Exactly. Because now when I start going into my my t-shirts, when I integrate my paintings and graphics, it's going to just open up a whole bigger world that my customers will appreciate a lot more.
Yeah, you have a one-stop shop.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just going to give them a lot more to choose from.
Yeah. Because I had a friend years ago. He had a gallery downtown in Tampa, and what happened? People stopped, like really buying art, like per se, and coming to the gallery, look for art. So what he did, he put everything online on his website, basically, and he would have showings at his home. So if you saw something online that you liked, you have to go to his home for a showing. Yeah, because it was so expensive just having a gallery, a space. You know what I'm saying? And folks weren't buying art back then like I guess they are today. In Tampa. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you gotta adjust to the times, you know what I'm saying?
You have to. You have to.
Yeah. And talking about the times. So now, in these times we're going through right now, the COVID-19, all this, the protests are going on, social injustice, all that stuff. And no, as an artist, because artists are always in the movements, you know what I'm saying? So as an artist, how do you view, or how has that affected you? The whole COVID-19 situation affected you? And like on all this social injustice going on, all these the marches and the protests, how has that affected you personally? And how do you see that through your eyes?
It affected me greatly. My business is basically, it thrives when I'm in front of people. When they can see what I do, when I can explain to them why I do what I do, you know, when I'm right in their face, that's when I do my best. And COVID just shut that off. It took I had a couple of shows that were lined up. I was going to be a teaching artist at some local high schools, and it took all of that away from me. But even though it took that away from me, it then gave me the opportunity to start doing a virtual gallery, which started working out pretty. Yeah, it worked out very well, and it still will continue. I took a break stop, but it will continue. Because art is not canceled.
Art will never be canceled. You know what it is, man. In these times, you have to just recreate yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You have to recreate yourselves, and you have to just adjust to the times, and basically just rebrand yourself, even if it comes to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because what you were doing before COVID may not work during COVID or after COVID. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find ways to stay relevant, and find ways to make sure your brand is still out there and your brand is still visible, because you could get buried in the rush, you know, in the avalanche. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You have to be able to give the customer base much more than what you're giving them at one given time.
Exactly.
You know, you have to always reach out and say, you know what else can I do to raise somebody's eyebrows and look more into what I have to store, you know? COVID definitely has given me some reasons to reinvent myself.
You know, I see a question here coming up on the screen. Someone says, can art be commissioned?
Art can be commissioned. It's interesting that there have been people that have asked me to do a commission, but they asked me to do something that is specific. Like, can you do a bullfighter, a bullfighter abstract? And I'm like, that you can do one abstract, but that's not what I do. You know, if you see my work and you want me to do something commissioned, it's going to be something that neither one of us know what it's going to be when I start it.
And you got to pay for it.
I never know what I'm going to start, what I'm going to do when I start, but I know how to finish it very well.
And that's what I like with your art, man. I've seen you painted live, and I'm saying, okay, Shawn is drawing all these lines. Where are these lines going? You know, like when we went, you know, and when I see the finished product, I'm like, wow, okay. You know, you connected all the dots so well. But initially, to me, it looked like I was confused. I'm like, okay, where is he going with this? Then when I see the ending product, I'm like, wow, okay. This dude got it down. You know, you're so talented, man. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And no wonder, that's what I want to ask you, because every artist, you know, always have someone before them who they try to emulate, or who they really look up to, or you know, or as an inspiration? Who was that for you?
Well, for me, my inspiration, when I was young, it was Picasso. As I got older, it became Basquiat. So it's a mix of both of them.
Yeah.
Now, I love Picasso because the man was prolific. He had so many paintings, and I was like, I want people to look through my portfolio like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just had so many different styles that, you know, he was amazing. He was amazing. Now with Basquiat, I associate with him more because we both from New York. I draw my my inspiration from the energy from New York and the hip hop culture from New York, and he was part of all of that. Well,
yep.
Early on, you know, and he was very, very passionate about his work. He would stay up way out into the night painting, and he knew where his work belonged in the world.
Exactly.
You know, and that is one thing that I appreciate from him, because a lot of artists never know what they are worth. And until the artist itself knows what they worth, the world is not going to give them what they're worth. You know, and he knew, he was like, I want to be in the best galleries. I want to be in museums and things like that. And those are the things that I aspire to do as well. But the way he did it and how passionate he was about it, but how much of a free soul he was, that's what attracts me so much to about that brother. He was I
remember those days, man, in New York City back in the 90s, and you know.
Yeah.
The hip hop time. That was, you know, those are great times. A lot of energy, a lot of positive things happening in those times, man. Music wise, art wise, fashion wise, and you know, a lot of negative things happen also. But you gotta. Life is about balance. You know, everything will never be on a positive scale. But those are great times. I mean, those are great times in Brooklyn, New York, man. Graffiti ruled the world.
Oh yeah, I remember my dad took me out to Greenwich Village when I was like maybe probably about 12 or 13, and I lost my mind out there. You know, the electricity, the energy, the color, oh man, it was great, man.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Hey man, you know, this is a great conversation, man. I mean, I could go on we could talk for like hours.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As you know, we always do that when we sit for a little cocktail. With this COVID-19, you know, we can't be doing that for a while. But yeah, so you know, this is every Wednesday we do this the Fashion Roundtable, and it's called We Want to Know Wednesdays. So our audience wants to know about you, and so we have some questions called We Want to Know questions, right? So I'm gonna just jump into that and hit you over the head right now.
Okay.
So this is something I've thought about for years in terms of fashion and art and all the creative industries. What's your take on the art scene in Tampa, the art industry, quote unquote industry in Tampa? Because you know, I want to get your take on that.
I like the art scene, but it's not where it needs to be. I believe that that Tampa needs an annual art and fashion gala show, some kind of showcase. I mean, every year, you know, because it's missing that. They have them in New York, they have them in LA, all over the world, and Tampa is missing that. And this is one of the, you know, we have a lot of tourism and things like that here, And that's just something else that will just add to Tampa.
Yep.
You know, but I think that, you know, they have a lot of art shows like in St. Pete, in Seminole Heights, places like that. But it needs to be bigger. We need to have a lot more art shows and fashion shows here.
Yeah. And like, you know, like every major metropolis, you know, every major city you go to, they have an annual fashion, art, or music event that just basically reflects that city's culture. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
If you Google Tampa artists, you come up with so many artists in Tampa Bay, man. It's amazing, and a lot of great talent also, just like yourself. You know, I mean, it's just amazing. But we need to have that articulate. You know.
Yeah.
We need to have that event every year that basically showcases these artists. You know what I mean, and give them a platform that they could really thrive on. You know what I'm saying? They thrive on that, and you know, they grow from that. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, you know, should be coming in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we can thank COVID to putting a halt on to. You know, because if it wasn't that's one of the things that, you know, would have been a really big thing for this year. It
would have been, but COVID just threw a monkey wrench in everything, man. But you know what? From COVID will come other greater ideas to expand on that idea.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, you've been creating art since you were like 12 years old, or like kid. Like, I was writing poems since I was like 8 years old and writing short stories and plays. You know, so it's the creative minds, you know those where that goes. You know, I still have my poetries, you know, my stories. But that's another story, you know what I mean? But do you still have the first piece you ever done?
I do not.
Man.
You know why? And the reason why I don't have my first pages, my first pieces, is because if you remember long back in the days, and I'm probably dating myself, but back when we used to have the TV guide, right?
Don't let me laugh, man. Hold on. TV
I know
guide.
that's
a classic.
Well, when we had the TV guides, in the back of the TV guide, there was a contest.
Yeah.
And like draw a pirate or a duck or a bear, or it was a bunch of different characters, and you'd have to draw them, and there was a list of prizes that you would get. And I would draw all of these things every week. So every time that the TV came out, the TV guide came out, I draw it, and I sent it off. And I try to miss. I remember it was
someone saying LOL to TV guide era, man. Marie said LOL TV guide, because you know, on Sundays, man, we look forward on Sundays to having the TV guide in our hands and just going through to see what's on TV. That's a classic.
Oh man, that is too funny. But yeah, that's what my first pieces went to. So I don't have those, but I do have a lot of art that I did when I was like a teenager. I still have I have a stack of stuff that's up underneath my bed. Let me not tell my wife that, because
she goes searching now, bro.
There you go. But yeah, I like to hold on to my stuff because it's real. It's real special to me.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, definitely.
No, you know, it's the truth, man. You know, I'll tell you something. I remember I'm growing up in Jamaica, man. I was writing poetries and writing plays and writing short stories, and I wrote a whole book of short stories. And you know, when you're like 17 years old, you see no way out, nowhere to go, nowhere to elevate. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and I got so frustrated, man. I took that book one day and just threw it in the dump, man. That's one of the biggest regret of my life. But it's all good because I wrote more since then. But you know, frustration, Ben. You know, as an artist, you know.
Yeah, but
so
your art will never die. Never
Yeah,
die.
never dies, never dies, never dies. Just like fashion never dies, you know, music never dies.
Exactly.
You know, the whole creative world, man, you know, you just gotta keep it going. Yeah, man.
Right.
But you know, yeah. Hey, Shawn, man, it's so great to have you here, man. I can't even say it enough. You know, it's just a
Thank you.
pleasure. The energy you bring to the table, man. You know, you light up the room when you walk in. You're a
There you
great
go.
talent. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just exude confidence. You know, and I wish other artists look up to you, like younger artists, and look up to people like you. You know, to emulate. You know, I mean, going forward. You know, so I know Fabstrack has a lot of plans in the works of Fabstrack. So what's next for FABSTRAQ? What's on the horizon?
Hey, well, what I have in store now, I'm actively trying to get myself into a gallery.
Yeah.
And once I get into a gallery, I want to try to get myself into a museum as well.
Mm-hmm.
But before either one of those happen, my baby at the point right now is a nonprofit organization.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that's what I want to get off the ground. And those are the things that are coming up now. I mean, coming up next to me. I want to try to expand my my inventory. We're going to drop a new T-shirt line very, very soon, and I know people are going to love what's coming out because it's going to be a lot of series that I think that people were going to flip out over. You know, so
Someone says
you know,
world domination, man. We gotta conquer the world, bro.
yeah, you know, just one brick at a time, and we're gonna take it
Yeah.
over.
You know, a friend of mine in New York back in the days, a good friend of mine. He always his whole life motto was conquer the world. Whenever I see he always say conquer the world. That's his thing every time I see this guy. A great friend of mine.
I'm gonna build my own wall.
Yep, exactly.
With a wall of success.
Yep, that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to learning more about the nonprofit and stuff like that, and you know, assisting you guys in any way I can. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's hey, let me know when that's coming to fruition. You know, yeah.
Definitely gonna know about it.
Yeah. So you know, I'm just thinking. So with all these things going on in the world right now, I mean, art is the great equalizer. I call art fashion. Those to me are all the great equalizers. You know, so that's why I call them. So how would you see yourself using art? Maybe your art per se, or just art in general, to unify people. You know what I mean? To just bring everyone together. You know, regardless of where you're from, color, race, creed, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, funny that you asked, and it's a great way to tell you about the nonprofit organization, because that's how I would change the world with art. The organization is called Heart Through Art, so that's healing energy attracts relaxing thought. You know, when I was younger, when I was drawing, and this was my coping mechanism, it was difficult for me. You know, I was always always upset or angry, and you know, I had all of these frustrations and these feelings that I didn't have an outlet to express. And that's when that's when I found art. Because once you start drawing, and once you start doing something that you love to do, you can't be mad. Have you ever seen a mad figure skater, or somebody playing a piano with an attitude? You never see something.
Because you're in your world, then. You know what I mean? You're in your domain. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So once you're in your own zone and you're doing things that make you happy, it's healing your energy. Yeah. Once that energy is energized, then all of the thoughts that come to you are relaxing thoughts. And that's what I want to bring to kids that have that problem. They need an outlet. I want to be able to bring that outlet to them, and let art be that equalizer for them, so they can have a productive life, you know, because with my pain, I just turn my pain into something that is now making me money. You know, so if I can teach someone else to try to do that and change their thought process, then I think I've done a good job. Right. And I think that if everyone took that approach, then that can definitely change the world in art.
Awesome, man. Hey, Shawn, that was an awesome reason. No, I mean, I'm just saying, that was on point. That couldn't get better than that. You know, man, I just want to say, man, it's been a great conversation. I mean,
yeah, it definitely has.
Happy to have you here. I mean, I was looking forward to this interview tonight. I mean, happy we did it, and at Fashion Roundtable, couldn't be any better than this. And I just want to say, man, thank you for being here. Thanks for, you know, being a part of the art industry in the Bay Area. You know, great artist. Tell us, man, where could they find you?
You can catch me at FABSTRAQ 919 on Instagram. You can catch me at Shawn Rainey /FABSTRAQ on Facebook. And you can look at my work at FABSTRAQ.com, and that's the website.
Thank you, man. Yes. So you hear that, folks? Reach out to Shawn Rainey, connect with Shawn Rainey at FABSTRAQ, and just stay in touch with FABSTRAQ, and check out his work. It's awesome, great art. You know, thanks again, man, for being here tonight. I just want to say thank you. We'll have you again down the road. You know, when when things are changing a bit for you. You know, when you get to into the round table. Yeah, but thanks a lot, Shawn. And listen, man, stay safe, stay healthy, and just keep being happy, man. Doing what you do. Paint. I will. With a vision.
I appreciate you, man.
Paint for the vision, man.
You have been like a mentor to me. So yeah, I'm watching you.
I'm watching you grow. I love that.
I definitely will.
Yep. Be good, man. Have a great week, man. And we'll talk soon, you know, and just keep doing what you do, man. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Say hi to the family for me. Yeah, my sister, Paula, the kids.
Yeah, I will, man. You have a good one, okay?
You too, man. Hey, much love, bro.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, man.